Good day. How is everyone today? Again, I'm having internet issues still. Looks like I'm going to again, well, I am. I'm using the hotspot on my other cell phone. And so hopefully this bandwidth holds true. It has been so far. They're coming at 8 o'clock, and it is 7:30 now. And also, I wanted to mention we might, either this week or next week, be beginning to tap the maple trees for maple syrup. For those of you who are familiar with that, it's a fun time, and it kind of gives you the sense that spring isn't too far away. Once the temperature goes above freezing a good number of degrees, then the water from the ground starts being drawn up into the trees. Again, for the leaves, and then it goes down at night when it freezes again. So that's how you get the sap to come out of the spigots, out of the spouts, the taps, and then you have to boil that down. I think it's like a 4-to-1 ratio. Is it 4-to-1? 10? 30-to-1 or 20-to-1? I don't think it's that high, but it might be. Oh, it's really high. Okay. A lot of boiling. That's why you see the maple houses with lots of steam coming out the top, because they have to boil down a lot of water. And then you get that little bit of sweet syrup. If you do it right, it's tricky. All right, let's get started with Good Day Rising prayers. And we thank the Most Holy Trinity for providing all of those gifts for us in nature. There's so many things. Pine pitch that they used to use, pitch, and so much stuff that we've gotten away from. Everything that we would need is provided for us from our loving God. All right, let's get started. In nomine Dei, Matronam Nostrae, Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Let us place ourselves in the presence of the Most Holy Divine Family, and in Catholic contemplation humbly venerate the Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany. Most Holy and Venerable Trinity, one Divine Family, I believe that Thou art here present. I venerate Thee with the deepest humility. I render to Thee with my whole heart the homage which is due to Thee. O most holy divine family, relying on Thine infinite goodness and promises, I hope to obtain pardon of my sins, the help of Thy grace, and life everlasting, through the merits of Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Matronam Nostrae. O most holy divine family, I love Thee above all things with my whole heart and soul, because Thou art all good and worthy of all love. I love my neighbor as myself for love of Thee, and I forgive all who have injured me and ask pardon of all whom I have injured. Let us thank the most holy divine family for the many graces that we receive, and offer ourselves and our sufferings up to heaven, and for the souls in purgatory. O most holy divine family, I most humbly thank Thee for all the favors Thou hast bestowed upon me to the present moment. It is again thanks to Thy bounty that I should live to see this day, and I desire to employ it solely in Thy service. I consecrate to Thee all my thoughts, words, actions, and sufferings of this day. Sanctify them, that there may be none that is not animated by Thy love, or that would not tend to Thy greater glory. Let us make a firm resolution to avoid evil and to do good, and let us beg of the Most Holy Divine Family the graces which are necessary to us. O my God, Thou knowest my weakness, and that I am unable to do anything good without the help of Thy grace. Deny me not Thy grace, proportionate to my necessities. Give me strength to avoid everything which Thou forbiddest, to practice the good which Thou hast commanded, and enable me patiently to bear all the trials which it may please Thee to send me. O Dea Matronam Nostrae, O Holy Mother of God, I place myself under Thy protection. I throw myself with confidence into the arms of Thy compassion. Be to me, O Mother of Mercy, my refuge in distress, my consolation in suffering, now and at the hour of my death. O most holy divine family, as envisioned by St. Lucia as the most holy Trinitarian Theophany, Deam Matronam Nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. I am heartily sorry for having offended Thee, and I detest all my sins, because I dread the loss of heaven and the pains of hell. but most of all because they offend the almost holy divine family, who are all good and deserving of all my love. I firmly resolve, with the help of thy grace, to confess my sins, to do penance, and to amend my life. In nomine Dei, matronam nostrae, Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum, Spiritum Sanctum. Gratias. Deum Obiscum, et quoque apud te. Oremus. Fidelium Deum Iesum Christum, omnium conditor et redemptor animabus famulorum fambromcetorum remissionum conctorum, trebue peccatorum, ut indulgentiam quam semper obdeverunt pii supplicationibus consequentor. Qui tecum vivit et reinat in una divina familia, qui erat est et edit in aeternum. Suscipe Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum hoc immaculatum hostiam, quam ego indinius famulus tuus offenditibi Deo meum vivum et verum, pro innumerabilibus peccatis et offensionibus et negligentiis meis, et promnibus circumstantibus, sed et promnibus fidelibus, catholicorum vivis atque defunctis, ut mihi et idis proficiedat salutem. Deum qui comunae substantia dignitatem mirabilita condidicit mirabilis reformastur de nobis spiritus atque tugenum mysterium, eis divinitatis esse consortes qui humanitatis nostrae, fiat idi notis particips Deum Iesum Christum Filium, qui tecum vivit et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum, Spiritum Sanctum. Offerimus tibi Deum caricem saitaris tuum de peccatis clementium, ut expetu divina majestatis tuae, pro nostra et totius mundus salute, cum adoris suavitatis ascendat. In spiritu meditatis et in nonum ocortitus suscipiam de Deum Iesum Christum, et sic fiat sacrificium nostrum in expetuto hodie, ut placiat tibi Deum maternam nostra et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, veni sanctificator. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, et sanctificita plata prosequendo, et accepere hoc sacrificium tuo sanctum nomini praeparatum. Suscipe Sancta Trinitas concubulationum cum tibi efferimus a memoriam passionis, resurrectionis et descensionis Deum Iesum Christum. Et in honorem Deum matronam nostra et Papa Petis Sanctorum, et Historum et omnem Sanctorum, ut idis proficiat ad honorem, nobis autem ad salutem, et idi pro nobis intercedere in interincaedis, coram memoriam agimus in tedis, per eundum Christum Deum nostrum. Orate ut meum equestrum sacrificium acceptabile fiat apud Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Suscipiat Deum Iesum Christum sacrificium de manibus tuis et laudam et gloriam nominis sui ad duditatem quoque nostram, totiusque ecclesiae suae sanctae. Deum Obiscum, et quoque apud te. Sursum corda, habemus ad Deum. Gratias agamus Deum nostrum, dignum et justum est. Te egitur clementissimi Mater et Pater et Deum Maternum nostra et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per Deum Iesum Christum Filium Tuum Deum nostra est duplices rogamus ac petimus. Uti accepta habeas et sanctificas, ex sanctam sacrificium irribata. In primis quae tibi efferimus pro ecclesiam tuam sanctum catholicam, quam pacificari custodiri ad honore et regere digneris toto obliterarum ad quae catholicae. Memento Deum famalorum fumarum getorum. We pray for the sick and the suffering. We especially pray for Paulie, Shelley, Therese, Cody, Ben, Emily, Jenny, Katie, Kathy, Maria, Josephina Mose, Marilyn, Mark Jr., Letitia, Mindy, Todd, Clarette, Dennis, Barbara Santa Croce, James, Robert, Benedict, Gregory, Adam, Malachi, and Patrick Santa Croce, the Williams, Tafour, and Began families, the Stevenson family, Michaela McLarnon and family, the Kendrick, Shorten, Nolan, Dosco, Kane, Nye, Wolf, Camerano, and Paholski families, and all their good intentions. We pray for an end to all governmental allowance or sanctioning of abortion, transgenderism, transhumanism, child trafficking, child abuse of any kind, anywhere, place, or time. We pray for the establishment of a Catholic monarchy with a sound Catholic system of labor, human value, and medium of exchange with no usury and no negotiable instruments. We pray that courageous men step forward as leaders of this Catholic society with courage, knowledge, wisdom, and fortitude. We ask and pray for the gift of discernment, especially for those who are heading into some type of leadership position. We ask and pray for an increase in the knowledge and practice of the Catholic virtues. Without them, you cannot have leadership. We ask that all quote-unquote gay marriage, all pornography, and the OnlyFans platform be stopped immediately. We ask for a reversal of the feminist ideology and a return to godly femininity, and for men to return to godly masculinity. We ask that women cease working for Freemasons and corporations everywhere and for all time, and that men and women come to understand that raising traditional Catholic families is a very high ideal and a necessity for sustaining a Catholic world. We ask that all toxins that are being forced upon us in our foods, especially those that make men feminine, be stopped, that people learn about the eating naturally and healthily. We ask that the conversion of all sinners trapped in a state of mortal sin, especially the ignorant. We ask you to remove all forms of Freemasonry, Judaism, Islamism, and Hinduism, and all their tentacles that are throughout the world, and guide the members into the submission of the most holy Trinitarian Theophany through correct baptism and confession. We ask you to destroy the satanic document of Vatican law that is the Jewish Talmud, that you destroy Rome and the Vatican, and that we all recognize the authority of the Catholic Church to be in Portugal. Please nullify any attempts to establish anti-Semitism propaganda into any rules, codes, laws, statutes, or policies, and make it known how obvious that satanic faith is and how harmful it is to the world and our children. We ask the Most Holy Trinity that all Catholics be given the grace to be accountable, so that we may each have a holy hatred for sensuality, as St. Catherine of Siena encouraged, a repentant shame for the offenses we have committed and continue to commit against thee, and a deep love of thee and of souls, so much that we desire nothing more than to be of service to thee in every moment of our lives. And finally, that we all are able to do your holy will and to be able to discern and recognize it as such. All this we ask in accordance with the most holy divine family's goodwill and intention. Et omnium circumstantium quorum tibi fides cognita est et nota devotio, pro quibus tibi aferimus, veruque tibi offerunt hoc sacrificium laudis, pro se suisque, omnibus pro temptione animarum suarum prospe salutis et inculamitatis suae, tibique redunt volta sua aeterno Deum vivo et vero. Communicantes et venerantes, in primis gloriosae semper Deum Materam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Beatorum Martyrium Tuorum Pape Sancti Petri, et Sancti Lucia, et Sancti Jacinta, et Sancti Francisco, Sancti Juan Diego, et et omnium sanctorum tuorum cor meritis praecibusque concedas, ut in omnibus protectionis tuae muniamur exilio pediendum Christum Deum nostrum. Quam oblationem tu Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum in omnibum, consecratem acceptabilemque, facere digneris ut nobis corpum, et sanguim fidelissimi filium tuum Deum Iesum Christum, qui pridie quam pateretor recepit panem in sancta sacramentablis manus suas, et derivatis oculis in calamate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum suum omnipotentem tibi gratias agens, consecravit, fregit, dedique alumni sui dicens accipite et mandacate ex hoc omnes. Hoc est enim corpus meo. Simini modo postquam ceremonias decipens et hoc preclarum caricem in sancta sacramentablis manus suas item tibi gratias agens Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Consecrave dedique lumnis sui dicens accipite et bibite ex omnes. Hic est enim calix sanguinis mei, mysterium fidei, quae pro nobis et pomotis effundetur in remissionem peccatorum, aequodescunque ficeritis in mono facietis. Unde et memores Deum nos servitui, sed plebs tua sancta justum Christum filium tuum Deum nostrae, tam beate passionis nec non et ab infelicis resurrectionis, sed et in caelus glorioso escansionis offerimus praeclarae maiestati tuae de tuis donis actatis, supra quae propitio axere nubuturis peceri digneris. Supplices te ragamus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, ibi hic beferipa manus tuum ut quod, ex hoc altaris participationis sacrosanctum Deum Filium Tuum, corpus et sanguinem sincerimus, omni sanctificatione caelesti et gratia Dei per amor, pediendum Christum Deum nostrae. We pray for those who have died. We especially pray for Margaret Pollock, for whom this Mass is being offered. Ipsis Deum et omnibum in Christum quiscentibum locum refugere iducis et pacis ut ad orge est abracamur pediendum Christum Deum nostrum, per quam hic omnia Deum Iesum Christum semper bona creas, sanctificas, vivicas, consecratis et praestas nobis. Per ipsum et cum ipso et in ipso, est tibi Deum Patrum omnipotenti in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, omnis honor et gloria. Ave Dea, matronum nostrae, gratia plena Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum tecum, sancta tua in mulier, Dea matronum nostrae materam Deum Iesum Christum, misericordia nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Libera nos, quae sumus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, ab omnibus malis, praeteritis, praesentibus et futuris, et intercedente, beata et gloriosa semper Deum matronum nostrae. Cum Papa Petrum Sanctorum et omnibus sanctis, da propitius pacem diebus nostris. Ut ope misericordiae tuae aduiti et peccato, simus semper liberi et ab omni perturbationis securi. Periendum Deum nostrum, Iesum Christum filium tuum Deum nostrum, qui ticam vivet et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per aeternam. Pax Deum, Iesum Christum sit semper vobiscum et quoque pote. Aecum ex Deo consecratio copris et sanguinis Deum Iesum Christum, fiat ecipientibus nobis in ad salutem aeternam. Pax tecum et quoque pote. Deum Iesum Christum, qui ex voluntate Deum matronam nostrae, cooperante Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per mortem tuam mundum vivificasti, libera me per hoc sacro sanctum corpus et sanguinum tuum ab omnibus iniquitatibus meis, et universis malis, et fac me tuis semper in hadere mandatis, et unum quam separari permittas, qui cum meo dem Deum matronam nostrae, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, vivis et regnam aeternam. Perceptio copris tui Deum Iesum Christum, quod ego indinius sumere praesamon non mihi proviniat inudicum condonationem. Ser pro tu pietate prosit mihi ad tutumentum mentis copris, et adame delam percipiendam, qui vivis et regnas, cum Deum matronam nostrae in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. In panem celestem excipiem et nomen Deum Iesum Christum invocabo. Dea matronam nostrum non sunt dignius, ut intercedete meas in tanti requibus napronima mea. Deum Iesum Christum non sunt dignius, ut intercedete meas in tanti requibus napronima mea. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum non sunt dignius, ut intercedete meas in tanti requibus napronima mea. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima mea. Quid retribuam Deum Iesum Christum, pro omnibus quae retribuit mihi, cadicem salutaris excipiem et nomen Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum invocabo. Laudans invocabo Deum matronam nostrae, et ab inimicis meis salvus ero. Sanguis Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima mea. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet animam tuum. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet animam tuum. Quod sumus Deum Iesum Christum finamente capiamus et immunere deparae fit nobis remedium sempiternum. Corpus tuum Deum Iesum Christum quod se sanguis quam petave heriat visceribus meis a praesta, ut in me non Romania scella la macula quem purat sancta reficerunt sacramenta. Deum Vobiscum, et quoque pote. Oremus. Animabus quesumus, Deum Iesum Christum, famalorum roquetuorum, oratio proficiat supplicantium, ut Deus et peccatis omnibus exuas et tue redemptionis facies esse pater cepes, qui tecum vivit et regnat in una divini familia, qui erat est et edit in aeternum. Deum Vobiscum, et quoque pote, ite mis est, Deum gratia. Placia tibi sancta Trinitam obsequium servitutis meae et praesta ut sacrificium corroculis tuae majestatis in minus obduritivi seta captabile mique et omnibus. Proquibus idut autolis siti miserante propitiare epi Christum Deum nostrum. Sanctificat vos omnipotens Deum, Deum matronam nostrae, Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gratias. O most holy divine family, I believe, I venerate, I hope, and I love thee. I beg of thee pardon for those who do not believe, do not venerate, do not hope, and do not love thee. Most holy Trinitarian Theophany, Deam matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, I venerate thee profoundly, and I offer to thee the most precious body, blood, soul, and divinity of Deum Iesum Christum, present here in reparation for the outrages, sacrileges, and indifference by which he himself is offended, and through the infinite merits of his most sacred heart and the immaculate heart of Dea Matronam Nostrae, I beg of thee the conversion of poor sinners. In nomine Dei Matronam Nostrae, Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gracias. Thank you very much for joining us today. We're preparing again to go to Florida. The tires were replaced yesterday. We have to go pick them up. Things are moving along steadily. We pray continue to pray that be the Most Holy Trinity's will for us. So far, so good. We'll keep you posted. That won't be until probably next weekend, if all goes well, this coming weekend. So please sanctify all those you meet, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. We'll pray tomorrow together. Have a great day.